get through anything, okay? And at that moment, I knew my life would change forever. Hello, how you doing? Yes. Can we all just stand up really quick because we've been sitting for a minute? Can we all stand up, move our legs around? I am Tina, otherwise...
Meet Tina, stars Tina Wilson, a beacon of hope and transformation for women over 40. As a licensed life and health coach, Tina specializes in empowering those who have faced life's toughest challenges.
Here's the edge of your seat. So when someone says, Tina, how did you do? I'm going to say, I had it at the edge of their seat.
Drawing from her personal triumphs over tragedy, Tina guides women on a transformative journey. Her unique approach is grounded in the 5 pillars of transformation: mindset, heart set, nutrition, fitness, and resilience. Tina's mind, body, and soul awakening program isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Through her online fitness boutique studio, she merges physical well-being with emotional growth. As an international motivational speaker, Tina's voice resonates across continents. She inspires and educates through her podcast, her dynamic presence on platforms like Clubhouse and Toastmasters International, and her compelling storytelling. Celebrating her latest achievement, the publication of her first book, No More Traumedy, Tina continues to leave a lasting mark in the art of transformation.
I said I need to make a book for anyone who's had some type of trauma or tragedy, because there's no playlist. People don't like to talk about it. Remember, I was with my coach and I'm like, well, this person's got a cool thing. They do motivation. They do finances. I talk about traumedy. That's not cute. He's like, Tina, you make traumedies look good.
Yeah. Stars Tina Wilson, transforming lives by overcoming.
Hey, good morning to you and also you. I thought that was going to be a little longer, but that's okay. You are here at the 7 a.m. Cup of Motivation. I am Stars Tina, your host, your star, to bring you all the motivation, all the inspiration, and of course, the transformation. When you come into this space, I'm here Monday through Friday. That's what I'm going to do for you. And if you didn't know, today is Earth Day. Has anyone ever celebrated Earth Day? Have you ever done things for Earth Day? For a while, I've been really pushing to do things for Earth Day. And I remember the one huge event I did for Earth Day, I did with my boys' nonprofit, was we went to a park and we cleaned up a park. You guys have Publix. We have like ShopRite. I'm from Jersey. We have ShopRite, right? So ShopRite gave us gloves. They gave us bags. So I took the boys and we made a party out of it. We went to this park and they had garbage bags and we just picked up garbage and different things. What are you doing today to help the earth? I remember once I did a race. There was a race it was something for like Earth Day, and it was about water because, a lot of people use a lot of plastic and there's a lot of crap in the ocean. What are you doing to make make it smaller, the horribleness to the world, right? So today I'm going to give you 3 really quick tips of things you can do on today of Earth Day. The first one is do something for the environment. Maybe you make a plan to go to a park and clean up. Maybe you start recycling. Do you recycle? I remember years ago where I lived, they just had this big dumpster and it was like, no one recycled. Are you recycling? It's so important. Also, maybe you stop buying like plastic bottles. I know they sell like the crate, like bottle. Get a water cooler. First of all, you're probably going to save money, or you can even get a Brita or one of those things. You get it, you put the water to filter the water. That's definitely something you can do. Second thing you can do is do an outdoor workout for various reasons. One, it's great for your body, and the earth just feels like you love it. It's like, oh my gosh, she is outside working, she's using me. So that's another thing you can do. And the third thing you can do is reduce waste by stop wasting food. And you can do that by meal prepping. And what I mean by meal prepping is, one, you can cook on Sunday or one day and have it out for the week. This way you don't have a lot of leftovers and throw them out, because I know a lot of people, they'll cook and then they just throw the leftovers out because they don't want it. Another tip I'm going to give you today, I heard this on my Atomic Habits book, and they were talking about habits, right? If you know that you want to get more fit, when you go to the restaurant, have them, before they even bring the food out to the table, say pack half of the food. This way you don't eat the whole thing, because what tends to happen is you have your food and you start eating. And usually at halfway, you're starting to get full, but you're going to keep eating. Why? Because the food is in front of you, right? Then you're 3/4 of the way done and you're like, well, that's too little to take home. and I don't want to throw it away. So you end up eating all the food. So if you're out in a restaurant, the tip for today is when the waiter comes, hey, I'm going to order give me the, let's say chicken parm or chicken parm with ziti. I'm just throwing it out there, even though I wouldn't get that. I would get eggplant parmesan, pack it up and give me half, no bread. So this way they come out with your food and then they come out with the food and with the leftovers. So you have 2 meals right there. Not only is it going to be great for your belly, but you're going to have extra food for later on. So those are the 3 things you can do today for Earth Day. Now, usually on Tuesdays, we have our special guest. You know, every other Tuesday, we have Bella. Bella, 2 weeks ago, she was here and we were talking about politics. Oh my gosh. I went to an event this weekend and there was Tucker Carlson. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. I heard him for the first time, and they were like talking about politics. So I was just like, okay, I don't really know if I want to hear anymore. But it's great, you know, to get uncomfortable. But she's usually here every other Tuesday. The schedules kind of got mixed up, so she's going to be here today instead of tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship because that's real. And I saw something yesterday. It seems like everyone wants to own their own business or do something of their own, right? I think that's just the way our bodies are instinctively, is we want something of our own. So without further ado, make some noise. Give it up for the one, the only, the amazing, with energy, Bella. Come through, girlfriend. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling?
Hey, Stars Tina. And let me say, before I do my nicey, thank you for having me again on your show. Now, listen, I want to say hello to Stars Tina's YouTube family, to Stars Tina's LinkedIn family, Instagram family, and above all, we can never forget the Facebook family. Hey, y'all. Now, listen, if y'all will listen to Stars Tina, I'm going to drop some nuggets. So lean in. We're going to go quick. You know why? Because we want to make sure that you're up on this beautiful Monday morning. Stars Tina, can you believe it? We're already in the second quarter of the new year.
Girl, it's crazy, right? Time is just flying. It's flying.
I am telling you, Stars Tina, you were talking about some stats. Can I drop some stats on you? Because, you know, Bella going to come with those stats, right? Now, this was over a 4-year period, but in 2021, now everybody knows what we were doing in 2021. Lockdown, right? From the pandemic. But check this out, Stars Tina, I got some stats. According to the stats of the global entrepreneurship, 31 million entrepreneurs, Tina, in the U.S. as of 2021. That's about 16% of the total pie. We're talking USA, folks. We're not talking about one state. Tina hails from New Jersey. I'm hailing from Atlanta, although I've been born and raised in Baltimore. I'm talking overall stats from 2021, Tina. There were 31 million entrepreneurs accounted for. Notice I said accounted for. It's not accurate because everyone isn't registered, and I'm going to talk about that. But there were 31 million entrepreneurs, Tina, which is 16% in 2021. Check it out. But as the pandemic hit, everybody was on lockdown. Guess what? It was about 55% of adults that started a business. Hey, at some point during the pandemic. So what does that mean, my beautiful community that loves Stars Tina so well? Hey, even though it doesn't feel like it, Stars Tina, this is from the biblical Bible. I feel like we were all born as an entrepreneur because we were all born to solve a problem, which is called a solution, right? Entrepreneurs, to me, Stars Tina, this is my express professional opinion, really are people who are creative. We all are, that has a need that can be filled for someone else. Did y'all hear what I said? 2021, right? I said it was 31 million Americans that are entrepreneurs. That's 16%. I also said during 2021, Stars Tina, 55% of the adults, I'm talking about adults, not kids, because we have children entrepreneurs too, Stars Tina. We'll talk about that. 55% of adults during the pandemic created and started their own businesses. Another stats, do you know it's 5.4 million in 2021 of new records? And we're talking about what I'm getting ready to talk about, SCORE, SBA. Okay, by show of hands out there in the lovely world of community, how many people know about SCORE and SBA? Well, let me drop another, Stars Tina. SBA stands for Small Business Association. And as everyone knows, starts to into your community, well, everyone doesn't know, I work for the mayor's office. And it's very important. This is my nugget number one. You have a business of any type, register for FREE. Let me say it again. FREE to the Small Business Association, which is a local chapter. It should be in your city. Now in Georgia, we have 10. I happen to work for the mayor's office, which is downtown Atlanta. Let me break it down. So I would advise any new budding entrepreneur, give them a call, go down there or go online, but it's free. Register your business with the Small Business Association. Why? Because I want to say over 50% of the classes that they do have are absolutely free. FREE. There's a few here and there that may require a $20 fee, a $25 fee, but for the most part, over 50% of the classes, and I'm telling y'all, they're great classes to get involved with. So tip number one, register yourself and your business for FREE to the Small Business Association. No money is needed. Along with the Small Business Association, there's an entity within that called SCORE. SCORE. I've been a member for 14 years. Let me tell you something. There's a lot to be governed in that. You can get a mentor. They can help you write your business plan. And oh my God, so much more. So tip number one, register with the Small Business Association. Tip number two, this is general information. It doesn't matter what kind of business you have. I am going to encourage you to do things the way they should be done. And that means whatever state you're located in. For example, Bella Biz is 14 years young and it's been registered with the state of Georgia for 14 years. How did I do that? I went in and Googled Secretary of State office for the state of Georgia. Every state has a Secretary of State office which governs small to mid-sized businesses. I encourage you to register. There's a small fee to get your articles of incorporations, but you know what? Once you do that, you're going to get bombarded, not with negative emails, but with positive emails, because once you register with the state, trust and believe, Bella, you will start to get some great information. You're going to get on some mailing lists. And I know, I'm on all these mailing lists. I know I get bombarded, but I'm telling you all, you got to focus and lean in because it's very important. When you register, things happen. And I can hear the other half of the community say, I don't need to do all of that. You know what? You don't have to, but I'm going to encourage you to do so. You know why? Because the more you register, and your business and your name get out there, trust me and believe me, I'm talking proof positive. I never recommend what I have not done myself. You will have a whole world open to you. And another good tip for registering with your state, you get to see the different businesses. And you know what, people? Very well may be your name for your business, it might be taken. I'm going to say that one more time. Your name of your business might be taken. So I want you to go in there on the 2 tips I just recommend. Number one, let's do a recap. Register with Small Business Association. It does not cost anything but your time. The reason why you want to register is because you can get free information. Free classes, a mentor, how to start a business plan, how to do a capability statement, how to do your SIC codes. If you're going to do government contracts, it will help you get an RFP. Oh my goodness. Y'all better listen to Bella, and you better make sure you got your iPad, your iPhone, your Android, a notepad, because I am dropping it like it's hot. So join Small Business Association, and within that, it's another group called SCORE. And that's where you get the one-on-ones, the business plans, anything you need. Trust me, 90%. Did you hear me? I said 90% of what SCORE offers is free. And some of the things, depending on what you need, they may be a small fee base. So, another tip number 3. Anyone ever heard of the Chamber of Commerce? Yeah, I'm gonna say that one more time. It's called the Chamber of Commerce. It is in most states, it is in most cities, it's in most local areas, and it's probably sometimes governed. Like in Georgia, we have 159 counties. Yep, 159 counties. And the way the Chamber of Commerce is set up in Georgia is governed by the counties. So just Google it. Y'all know we Google everything, right? We got AI, artificial intelligence. So go in there and figure out where the local or the nearest or the most advantageous Chamber of Commerce is for your area. And I do want to say a tip to that. It does behoove you, if you are a community-based entrepreneur, that you want to stay within your community. It only seems fair, but you don't have to. Some of the Chamber of Commerce has strict guidelines. I've been a member probably 3 times over in the last 15 years, but it's a very good tool and it helps you to network as well. And I see Miss Patty, one of my entrepreneur partners from New York, and I know Patty's been in business for a long time. I know, without a shadow of a doubt, Patty has probably registered her business and she's part of the Chamber of Commerce. Why am I saying these things, lovely community of stars, Tina? Because don't you want to be documented? Come on, Stars Tina. Don't you want to get the French benefits that you don't even know that's out there? So step number 1. Go to the Small Business Association. It's free, people. Why are you doing it? So you can get online and take the classes. Number 2, register your business. It's going to cost you a couple of dollars. Come on there. You got to put out money to make money. But I'm really serious, Stars Tina. A lot of people don't do that. You don't have to, but hey, I like the button up tight, Stars Tina. Go on that Secretary of State of whatever state you live in. Go in there and just do some fact finding. Throw your business name in there if you've already been started and see if your name come up. Because Stars Tina, guess what? When I did it 14 years ago, there was 3 other ballots. I was like, what? You got to be kidding me. But I did it the right way. So I went in there because I have an LLC, Stars Tina. So I'm telling you all. And every year, like taxes, yes, I pay my articles of incorporation. But you guys have no idea what I get back in return. So let's recap. FBA, joints to start your business, right? With the state that you live in. And join the Chamber of Commerce. 2 of the 3 are free. Y'all heard me? I said 2 of the 3 tips are free. Back to you, Stars 10. What do you think about that, Stars?
I love it. I love it. I think that is perfect. So if you're just chiming in, that is Bella. Make sure you follow her on YouTube. Put her YouTube up there somewhere, please, Renee. And she comes in here every 2 weeks and she just drops gems. 2 weeks ago, we talked about politics. Today, we're talking about entrepreneurs. If you have a question, throw it up there in the chat right there. Bella, I have a question for you. So this weekend, I had the great opportunity of going to 2 major events. The first one was an entrepreneurs conference. Ramon Ray actually did it. And there were all small business owners there. And if someone's watching this and they're like, oh, I want to start a business, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. It was great to see people that had been in business for years and then people that had just started out. It was this one lady, she said she started in February of this year. She met Ramon in February. And she says, I have 13, I don't know what she does, but she won an award. And she said she has 13 clients. And I was like, yes, mama, yes. Because people make up all these excuses. And then there was a speaker, I went to another event in Florida. It was called the RiseCon. And one of the speakers was talking about people say they want to do things. And let's just talk about time really quick. And Bella, I want your input on this. He said there's 24 hours in a day. Let's just say you sleep 8 hours a night. Most people don't really sleep 8 hours, but let's just say you sleep 8 hours. And then you have 16 hours. What are you doing in those 16 hours? Like if you say you want to be successful, you want to run this business, for those 16 hours, you should be putting everything you can into those 16 hours. And I thought about it, and it's like most of the time, I can only speak about myself. Like I'll do something, but then I'll get sidetracked. And it just made me think, well, Tina, are you really serious about your business? If you're really serious, you wouldn't come up with these stupid weak excuses about, oh, well, Instagram got me going to this. No, if I truly want to be successful, it's gonna pop. Give me your thoughts and comments on what I just said.
First of all, Stars Tina, don't beat yourself up because you know what? Everybody's different. You know, our energy match, right? And I know you and I do a lot of things similarly. You know what? Don't trip off of it. Seriously, don't trip off of it. Everyone has a different timetable, and you're right. I know I don't sleep. I'm going to tell on myself, right? Stars Tina, I get probably a maximum of 5 hours in. I can't go past. Now, when I'm extremely tired, I can do up to 7, but I don't need 7 or 8 anymore, right? I'm like you. 4 hours, I'm good to go. Now, I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging about it.
Right.
You have to know what you can withstand. The entrepreneurship world, you know, it is like wide open, Starstina. So I appreciate what you were saying about that. But for me, Starstina, I don't need a lot of sleep. I just hit it. And if it doesn't stick, I keep it moving. It's nothing wrong with that. And that's how we roll, girl.
I love it. And I also want to talk about, people always talk about this work-life balance thing. That was a question. And I don't believe in work-life balance. For me, it just is one. And anyone who's in my world, whether it's my children, my husband, my mother, my whoever it is, like you're accepting me as always one because I want us to do it together. What are your thoughts on work-life balance?
Let me tell you something. I'm thinking about Jack A. Now, you know who we talking about, Jack A. Jack A. We're talking about one of our entrepreneur friends, and Jackie actually lives in Ireland, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Starstina.
Yes.
And she said there's no such thing as work-life balance about 2 months ago. Totally blew my mind. So I'm like, wait a minute, I grew up on this work-life balance. But you know what? Really, she's right. What she was saying is, hey, listen up, Starstina's community. There really is no thing since it's no such thing as work-life balance. And what is Bella saying? I'm going to slow it down. I have learned this from Marvin Reed. Here I go, Starstina. Another one of our partners over in the UK that said this. Bella, get your roadmap to your life and mirror it to your business. I had never started. I'm like, wait a minute, Marvin, hold up, wait a minute. He says, Bella, just like you have a roadmap for your life, right? Roadmap for your business. So what am I saying? Work-life balance to me, Starstina, is this. When you are passionate about, like you and I, about our businesses, it's 24/7. My balance comes off when I try to deflect from being Bella and just being the mommy, right? The auntie. Come on now. Because for me, I can only speak for myself, Sartina, it's in my DNA. Like I will never shut off Bella, right? Because Bella is my persona for my business. It will always be there. The challenge comes from turning it off. Come on, Starstina, talk about it. Because somebody's like, oh my goodness, I live it, I sleep it, I eat it, I breathe it. Come on, Starstina, what about you?
I know it, girl. Let me tell you. So I'm not sure if you've heard of Myron Golden.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I
From the
recently
trash
heard.
can to the cash man, right? I got his book from the trash can to the cash man.
Exactly. So I went to this event yesterday, well, this weekend, as I told you, and he was one of the keynote speakers for all 3 days. And I didn't hear about him before this event. And he stated something. He was saying when he was younger, he had polio, so he hurt he hurt his leg. But he was talking about so many major things. And one thing that he said was he realized when he was young, he was like in his 20s, and he was a trash man, trash man, and he wanted a better life. And he started selling, I guess, insurance at night. So when people come up with these excuses, well, I can't because of this. And I'm going to get back to Myron, but I remember years ago when I started, I was selling fake perfume on the streets. I don't know if you ever saw those people out there selling the perfume. And I finished the program and I got to get my own office. That's what happens when you finish the program. And I was looking at office space. And one of the owners of the office space, he was on the phone talking to his daughter. And he was, talking to her about going horseback riding. And my daughter was probably like 4 or 5 at the time. And I was like, wow, I would love to have a conversation with my daughter, telling her, to go horseback riding. I couldn't even imagine like anything like that. So whenever there's someone that I admire, I'm going to interview them. I'm going to ask them questions. And I said to him, how did you get started? Like he had all these properties and he was like, girl, okay, he didn't say that. He said he would deliver beer. That's what he did. Beer to different stores. And he said, sometimes people do some bad things. He said there was like some leftovers, or maybe it fell off the truck, and he would sell that. And he was just always working. Like when he got off of work, he would keep working. And he said the average person, they'll get off of work, they'll go home, they'll sit in front of TV and, drink a beer or whatever, the average person. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that if that's your DNA, if that's what you want. But he said for him, he always wanted more. When he said that, it clicked for me. I was like, okay, that's what I got to do. So ever since that day, Bella, I pretty much have been working 24/7, like every day, all day. And it didn't even feel like work. Like people say to me, like, you're just working on something. But I purposely do things that if I don't enjoy it, I'm out. Where did she go? I have to enjoy it. And I say that to say Myron Golden, what he said was, he met this woman, which is now his wife. And, he really didn't have any money. He could speak. He could, he was doing poetry or whatever, but he realized he didn't have money. So what he did was at nighttime, he would start selling insurance. And he said it took him, I think he said like a year and some months, over a year to get one sale. Over a year. Now the average person would have quit, right? We quit after like, oh, I can't do this. But he kept going and going. And he said once he got that one sale, it just kept going bigger and bigger. And people couldn't understand why. And he says, well, for a whole year, I was getting no's. I was doing everything wrong. So now I know what to do right. So when we're in business, we just have to keep going. So when you're talking about that not sleeping, Bella, give me your thoughts, comments on what I just said. Agree, disagree?
I agree. Now I want to say shout out to Malika Star. Hey, Malika. She's like, good
Hey, girl,
morning,
hey.
Tina.
Good morning,
No,
Malika.
and I want to bring this in. Stars Tina, I told you I work for the mayor office, and I don't share a lot, but I'm going to share this. What I actually did while they hired me 12 years ago is an incubator program, right, for entrepreneurs. We graduated 7 classes before I retired. When I say retired, because I resigned from them to really go full time with my entrepreneurship, but I'm back as a contractor. But check this out, Stars Tina. Yep, here's it. And that's what's up. To go work for an employer, leave them and go back and work for them as a contractor. Hey, but here's my point, Stars Tina. I did a survey. I graduated 7 women, right? So 7 times 15 is how many women? Individual question. The number one issue everyone had, right, for the incubator program, because it was a very swanky incubator program. It just disbanded this month. It was going on for 9 years. And I asked the number one question about their business. You know what people said? Well, I'm trying to get people to buy into my business.
Gotta buy into it yourself.
And I'm going to make this statement to all of Stars Tina community. Y'all can shoot me if you want, because I'm just the messenger. You are not going to find anyone as passionate. I don't care what they say. Come on, Stars Tina. You know what I'm getting ready to say. As you. Do not look for people to validate your business. I'm going to say it again. Do not look for people to validate your business. It first must come for you. Do not misunderstand what I'm saying. Stars Tina, come on. I need you to back me up. But the number one issue with the problem, I graduated. I'm talking about women. Age, demographics, ethnicity doesn't matter. We have a need as humans, right? I struggle with it myself. I'm a big transparent, Stars Tina. Sometimes we look to get all from other people what we have to pull out from ourselves. Whoa! One more time.
Exactly.
I'm talking about entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing wrong with family and friends, but I know even myself. Come on, I'm a big transparent, Stars Tina. I'll be like, well, you said you're going to get on my live. People say things, meanwhile, don't do it. What's the moral of my story? Stars Tina's community. Hey, if you're an entrepreneur, you gotta grow some tough skin. You don't come out the gate banging. It takes time. The first 5 years of business fail. But what I want to leave with this, Stars Tina, this is my pet peeve. Stop looking for other people to validate your business and work with you on your business. They are not going to do it. What do you say about that, Stars Tina?
I agree. And we had a question there, and it's directly what you said. Someone asked a question about solopreneur, being a solo entrepreneur, and a lot of collabs. Collaboration is so important. That's why I have Bella here. Bella has an amazing, huge community on YouTube. I've got like Poquito. I would love for you to subscribe right now, by the way. But like she said, you have to be so passionate. When people see you, they know who you are and what you do. And Bella, that's where one of my little issues is, because I do so many things. It's like, okay, Tina, you have to stay in one lane. It's very, very, very hard for me to do that. So when I hear Bella, I know she's going to drop the gems. And those, what you talked about today with the entrepreneurship, was amazing. You have to cheer from the mountaintop. Yesterday, I was thinking, if someone said to me, well, Tina, why do you do this morning show? Because I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern, right? Well, one is because I want to build my community. You know, I want to be able to build my community because, one, if I'm being totally honest, guys, it's like I'm talking to myself. Am I the only one who does that? It's like you're talking to me, but I'm talking to myself. I want you to get motivated. It's like it's a mirror. Get motivated. Get up. Push. Be healthy. Do all those wonderful things. And also, I always say, to change the world, right? The purpose of this show is to inspire people to be great, to inspire people to be healthy. What are your thoughts on that?
I totally agree. Let me tell you something. I love the comments. Y'all keep bringing them in. Okay, Michigan would be Patty. You know Patty starts saying she is a killer. She's an entrepreneur. She does multiple things. But starts saying, can I stop and pump the brakes on you right now? You know, you are my soul sister. I'm going to say something with you. You know, and if you have time, I'm going to say it publicly on the air, and I'm going to do some back turn. Stars Tina, I would love for you to come to a network program. It's going to be in July by Dr. George Frazier. You ever heard of Dr. George Frazier?
Are you talking about the boxer, George?
No. I'm going to hook you up. Dr. George Frazier, 77 years old. He was actually my first mentor from LinkedIn. Stars Tina, listen to me. 22 years ago. I am not kidding. When I first got on LinkedIn and playing with it and all, and it was like, oh, it's kind of stuffy and all those business people, and I didn't know what I was doing. But he reached out to me so I can say I documented. He's my first documented coach. He reached out, started talking. Do you know this went on for 10 years? I didn't meet him till like 14 years later. What's my point? This networking that I want you to come to, we'll talk about it, Tina. It's not until July. It's not a shameless plug, but Stars Tina, they were talking about what you just said. I met 5 amazing women and 1 man. They had like 10 businesses. Listen to me, Stars Tina. It blew my mind. You know what I said? They got 10 businesses, but I was
Wait a minute.
closed.
Each person had 10 businesses?
Hear me clearly. 3 days later, they're all in a group together, community. They all have various, but one had 10, one had 15. When I went to introduce myself, I'm like you, Stars Tina. Nobody's a stranger. We got to talking, you know, exchanging, networking at the conference. They looked at me, I got to talking. They changed my mindset because I didn't feel like I had the capacity. Come on, Stars Tina, to do it. You do. What am I saying, Stars Tina? And they're all fruitful. Don't nobody hate on you, girl. If you here, there, you know I love your energy. You know we go back a couple of years, BWC, right? Keep on doing it is my point, Stars Tina. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing the way you're doing it. Do you hear me, Stars Tina?
I hear you. I'm taking it, girl, because I really was trying to just stop. And I'm just like, it felt like it was crippling because I feel that God is just giving me these things. And it's like, do I just stop? Do I not do this? And what about those people over there? But what about those people there? But thank you for that. Any other questions out there before we get out of here today? Because Bella is dropping it. We love our Tuesdays. I'm going to pretend today is Tuesday.
And you know what's funny? Before we go, Malika's like, she's signing on. She said, the PNC, oh my God, I met him 15 years ago. Malika, no, I ain't lying. And I'm going to tell you something, Stars Tina. I'm going to encourage you, girl, because you have the it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the capacity. Why would I want to dim? Come on, man. Why would I want to dim your life? 95% of the people look at you and be like, that girl doing too much. They say the same thing about me. You know what I say, Stars Tina? Here I go. No disrespect to Stars Tina community. I say, girl, God, put your sunglasses on. If I'm too bright, if I'm shining, because God gave it to me, go on somewhere. It's your problem, not mine. Come on, Stars Tina. Keep it going.
I love it. I'm going to leave you with one thing, Bella. So I definitely agree with you. And I'm just going by what happened to me this weekend, that it factor. When I used to do my modeling company, I was like, you had the it factor. What is the it factor? Like a Beyonce, like a Usher. It's just je ne sais quoi. And for some reason, people just seem to gravitate to me, or maybe I gravitate to them. We've all heard of Grant Cardone. I didn't know he had a twin brother. This weekend, we're standing there and it's like this man walks in, and I'm not even lying. The person there, and I could feel the energy, I could feel the temperature in the room just change. And I looked, and the way someone walks, like he legit was just like, it was like he was gliding on air. And the person that was with me, let me tell you about the person that was with me. So again, that energy that Tina has, we had the panel the prior day, and there was a man talking. His name is Bruce. I'm going to have him on here one day. You guys will see. And he was saying how he's done a lot in his life, but in a nutshell, you've all heard of Quest bars, the bars Quest. He was with that company CEO. They sold that company. Now he's got a new company, and he was giving out samples. That's why it's good to do in-person events. I'm in person. So I'm standing there, and I love a good protein bar. So I look over and I see where they have protein bars. So I go over to the registration table and I'm looking. It says 20 grams of protein. I'm like, what is this? And the people behind the counter, they're looking at each other like they got two heads. And I'm like, well, is it healthy? And the guy's like this or whatever. And then I turn and he's like, well, you tell me. And I turned and it was the guy, they were his bars, you know? So then I'm looking at it and I was like, let me turn it over. Cause you know, the front will tell you something, but when you turn it over, that's the truth. So I start eating. I'm like, oh my gosh. And we had a conversation. And let's just say we talked for like 30 minutes. And this is the CEO of the company. So let's go to the third day of the event. We're talking again, because I gave him one of my books and, you know, so we're talking. He's like, that's Gary Cardone. And I'm like, because again, I don't know. So he's walking by and he's like, I think I want to get a picture, but he didn't want to like ask me, come on, let's go. Now, mind you, there's 3 different levels to the event. There's like the gold ticket, which is the lowest one, then the middle one and the highest one. And of course, the person I'm with, he had the highest ticket, which was max access or whatever. Now, mind you, even the prior day, I was sitting right in front, right next to him. Myron going on stage. My friend goes, Tina, what are you in the front row? I'm with him, like, hey. But anyway, walk over to Gary and you know, we take pictures with him, and I just had this ability to connect with people. I don't know, I noticed he had some bracelets on. I'm like, oh, let me see your bracelets. So I'm looking at his bracelets and I'm like, oh, that's a third eye, and we're talking about that. And the point of this story is, Bella, is, oh, also, I didn't even tell you this. So Myron Golden, he's leaving, and the girl I'm with, she's like, oh, gaga goo goo, and she's like, where? I'm like, he's right there. He was on one of these little, like, it wasn't a scooter, but something pulling him out. So she's literally running after him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking embarrassing. So, and you know, it's not too many there, right? It's not too many there, and she's running after him. So then I'm like, so we were talking to someone about their book. She was about to buy this person's book. She takes the book and then she's running. So he's like, where'd she go? I'm like, she's chasing him. So we walk by him. So they're at the elevator. I'm like, Tracy. So he's there and Tracy's there with the book. And she's like, can you sign it? So we get on the elevator with him. So it's me, you know, and Myra going there and he's talking or whatever. And then there was another guy there. And then he must have asked him to pray over him, you know, for his business. So he's still talking to us. He wasn't able to take pictures, but girl, he prayed for us. And I was just like, this is beautiful. You know, and then the guy was saying there's a word, I don't know the word, hex or something. He was saying when you're around people of influence, you know, and that energy and they're touching you, it's going to come off on you. So I say that to say, Bella, yes, the it factor is here. We just have to, this whole weekend is all about this right here, mindset, just actually believing it. Can you read that for me? Because you know I can't see with my eyes here.
Oh yeah, but for Malika, I'm here in Atlanta, Bella. We must collect offline. We will conduct. I didn't know, but Starstein, I didn't know Malika was in Atlanta. There's so many BWC people. I have not met anyone. TM. Oh my God, it's like a whole.
Bella, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I heard. In July, when I come for this networking event, you're going to have some type of networking event. It's just what I heard. Bella's going to put something together. Malika Star's going to be.
Malika, you already heard it. We're making it happen. Networking is powerful. And before I let you go on your show, Startina, thank you. You know, this reminds me of back in the day, because I've really been an entrepreneur for a minute. Just being scared, having that 9-to-5 corporate job, getting that paycheck. But you know, remember back in the day with the fishbowl and the bowl, Startina, everybody take the business cards and you're going in there, have a little happy hour cocktail, you know, at 5 o'clock, you know, after you go for corporate tomorrow. Make it. Let's exchange business cards. I want to close with this. Tina is absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with hybrid. We are out of the pandemic, people. Sometimes we don't have the memo. Networking in person is key. If you own a business, I know we've got introverts out there, but trust and believe, networking in person is very key. Back to you, Starstina. Thank you so much.
That's it. And you got to feel it, Don't force it. Don't be fake. Don't be phony. You got to feel it right here. If it's a good feeling, go for it. You got to have faith. If you're in my circle, you got to have that faith with it. With that being said, Bella, I'm so grateful. I'm excited for these Tuesdays, guys. It's not Tuesday, but pretend it's Tuesday. Every other Tuesday, we'll be here with Bella talking about all sorts of things, entrepreneurship, money, politics, you name it, food, health. Let's talk about some health next time. So in 2 weeks, we'll be back talking about health, heart disease, or something like that to get you on track. Bella has her show. What's the name of your YouTube channel, Bella?
It's Bella Unplugged.
Bella Unplugged. And I love what you post on Instagram. I love those. All righty, family and friends. We are here bringing you the motivation, the inspiration, and the transformation, because in life, you can definitely be and do anything you want to do. You have to surround yourself with those people. Stop making excuses. Just get up and do it and have fun. Right? If you're loving what you're doing, anything is possible. Do it scared, do it frightened, do it anxious. Just freaking do it. Right? All right, guys. With that being said,
one last thing, Starstina. Come on with the plug. Come on, girl. You gotta get the book. Oh my God, I'm on the 4th read. I don't lie, Starstina. No more trauma. Y'all see that? So I'm gonna say this to Starstina's community. Y'all can shoot me if you want. Let's put our money where our mouth is. Let's get out here and support Starstina. This book is amazing. Starstina, really, I'm on the 4th read. Like, this is my 4th. It's a great read. It's an easy read. And guess what? Figure out who your vibe is, your tribe, because that's Starstina. You need to coin that girl. Okay, trademark that baby. Go get her book right now. That's it. I'm done.
Thank you, Bella. What was one thing you liked about it? What did you like? Because I've got the Bible verses, the journals. What did you like about it?
I think the transparency. I like the interactive of the book, though, Starstina, that you can go in here, make notes, go back. I like interactive things, so that's what I like the most about the book. And she gave me some goodies. She gave me some goodies, y'all. You know why? Because I pre-ordered early. You get what I'm saying? I love my dream stone. Thank
Yes. All right. Oh, hold on. Let me show you mine. So yeah, it's right here. We gotta keep connected, right?
you.
Great. That's mine right there. Great.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We could talk forever, but we got money to make. We got things to do, people to talk to. I'll see you at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in the English room, and we're gonna make that happen in London. All right. Remember, family and friends, you are amazing. Peace. Out of bottle of hair grease. Bye.